I'm John,
And I'm Ted.
and we suck at games most of the time.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That being said, I'm pretty good at the Warriors series, and you're telling me that this is pretty similar.
Yeah. Just with one of my favorite franchises.
Nice. So, for the people out there who might not be familiar with Fates, me included, because you are way more into Fates than I am.
Yeah. The
What
nasty
is
version.
it?
Oh god, how do I even start? Oh god, this is one of those ones that's almost impossible to start describing because there's so much to it.
Yeah.
Let's go with the basic, which is there's the idea of the Holy Grail War, which in the at most basic, it's a couple servants and their master, with the servant being a hero from a past age being summoned back from something called the Throne of Heroes to do combat with a group of others, and the winner gets a chance to make a wish on an omnipotent wish-granting device.
Okay. So, essentially, what we're looking at here is a crazy situation.
Yes, because this is after the Moon Cell Grail War, I believe, which was in Fate Extra and Extra Triple C, which was
Okay.
never officially released in English. I've beaten Extra, which was for the PSP. Triple C has never gotten an official translation.
Okay. I love Fate's art.
Yeah, this is Wada Arco, and I think it's a she, is my favorite artist for it. Because, again, they designed Nero, and Nero is my best girl.
I love how they both look like... It looks like they're supposed to be soldiers, but, like, she's literally wearing, like, a raincoat.
Yeah.
Like, he's wearing, like, legitimate military garb. Like, don't get me wrong, they'd never wear, like, a t-shirt like that.
Yeah.
But, like, she is literally wearing a raincoat.
Yep.
That's a little silly. But I'm okay with it. Who do we choose?
Well, in my file, I played as a girl, just for fun.
Well, then I guess we'll go as a male so we can, date your waifu.
Yeah, sure.
Ted's favorite character is, oh no. What do we name him?
I don't know.
Oh god, we didn't plan this. I wasn't expecting a name.
I remember, well, here's the thing. I don't think it matters, because all the servants are trying to romance you regardless of gender, from as far as I can tell. So we could just go back to being a female character.
You know what? Oh no! I didn't mean to do that.
Because I just named it on my file Edith Nagasawa.
Okay. Well, but this is a YouTube channel, so we gotta be weird.
Yeah. Oh, John Wynn. Name him John Wynn.
Nope.
Oh, come on, it's a combination of our names.
But I could literally do this, though. I love how we have spent a total of 2 minutes trying to figure out this name. John and Ted. There we go. Because I'm an idiot. It's stupid.
It is.
I love it.
But, I mean, it's we've seen weirder.
Yeah. We had a flash of Attila the Hun. Why does she look like that?
I don't know, and I personally had canon that she is not actually Attila the Hun, but someone who was found by Attila the Hun and made use of by Attila the Hun. That is not how it actually is in the series. She is an alien superweapon from something called the Velber, I think.
Why?
Again, I can't remember
It's
everything
so
from the
weird.
original Extella, Umbral Star. Again, I don't like how she's just a magical girl. So like I said, I would prefer to think of her as being a weapon found and used by the Attila the Hun and just took on the name.
By the way, your microphone is so much nicer than mine.
Is it?
Yeah, just look at the waveforms. Yours are so much cleaner than mine.
Okay.
I wonder how much time has passed.
You can give him a really bland voice, because it's basically his personality.
But should we go with like a classic oh god, what is it called? A dating simulator protagonist?
Just Soup.
I wonder how much time has passed. I'm still
No,
here
let's
in the city with Seraph, the Sea of Spiritrons.
let's not go with the Game Grumps reference.
No. I love it though. Okay. Seraph is a virtual world built inside a supercomputer called Moon. Cell so named because of its location on Earth's moon. Wow, really?
Yeah, because in this timeline, the mana or the magical energies that the world had was starting to disappear. So when people started to try the moon landing, the Major Association was like, "Yeah, no, you're not gonna do that." So the moon landing never happened, and instead they found the moon cell here, and it led to a whole bunch of bullshit. So.
Whoa! Sorry.
Yeah.
Expert hackers known as wizards support the integrity of Seraph. So do the many AI entities constructed from the moon cell's vast memory banks. And so do the heroic spirits, figures of history and legend, whom the moon cell has brought to digital life as scholars and warriors. I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, you can do any voice you want. I don't really care.
I lived through a war for the fate of the moon cell and the world it holds inside. That war is over now.
I forgot she was a little girl in this.
Is that Attila?
Yeah. They have her go by Altera because she doesn't like being called Attila.
Okay, so this is before she, like... This is Lolly Attila?
Well, she got reduced to this in the ending of the previous game, yeah.
Oh, right, there's a game before this.
Yeah.
I always forget about that. Many humans, desperate to flee the disaster-ridden Earth, have found a new home on Seraph. Even this world's NPCs, who were once little more than drones, have gained their own sort of consciousness. I don't know why I'm reading it like this. The population is still sparse compared to Earth's heyday, but we're starting to see more and more people around. It may take time, but if everything goes well, we may see entire new countries spring up in this world. Even if this world is composed of data, its citizens look, think, and feel just like everyday people. Like Altera, the little girl beside me. She was a warrior once, an enemy, but the moon cell's power and a few lucky gambits gave her a chance to start over. I am starving.
Okay. Well, I ate before coming over here. Let's head back home! Tomomo and Nero are gonna get fussy if we stay out too long. I can see her having a Mickey Mouse voice, can you?
I can see her either having a Mickey Mouse voice or what you just did, which was Mrs. Doubtfire.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay,
like
okay,
Mrs.
yeah, you're
Doubtfire.
probably right. Because to me it sounded like Mickey, but...
Uh-oh, we gotta... I'm gonna lower your mic's gain because we clipped a little bit. Oh, not that much. Oh, that's better. I don't remember this place. Altera stops walking after she mutters that. It's not an unusual phenomenon for the moon cell to generate new areas, but... Exclamation point! Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Altera pulls my sleeve.
Ah, there we go. I do like how in the original extra game, you play for a little bit, and then you get killed and you're like, wait, what the hell? And it turns out it's like a dummy protagonist that wasn't actually important at all, that gets killed, and then you start over from the same area at the very beginning as the actual protagonist, who is who you are right now.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was kind of interesting and
It
cheeky.
is. I'm gonna turn your gain back up just a hair.
Okie dokie.
Just because it's a little... Now it's a little too quiet.
Can't win, can we?
We're surrounded. There's nowhere to run. My only choice is to use one of my command seals and summon a servant. I have two to choose from. The Saber Nero Claudius or the Caster Tomomo no
God,
Mai.
they're not even gonna acknowledge... I forgot they don't even acknowledge Archer.
Nope.
I feel so bad for
Nameless. We gotta go with your waifu, even
Yeah.
though we're not gonna get your waifu.
Yeah.
Oh no. I lost a command seal. If I lose two more, I die. I don't actually remember
No.
exactly how it works.
I think it just means that the servant doesn't need to obey you either. I know, like, again, I'm not as high up on the understanding of the series as a bunch of other people. There are people who could probably write academic papers on this series. I'm not one of them.
That's not Nero.
No, yeah.
He looks like a little poof.
He also looks like the Fate Grand Order male protagonist.
Oh my gosh, he does. Hey, you doing alright? A young man appears in front of me, like a falcon on a spring breeze. That's a weird way to describe that.
That's Nasu Babble, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't move like a human does. He's not a wizard like me. He must be a heroic spirit. But I've never seen him before. I'd remember if I had, and I'm still the only master on Seraph, so no other person could have summoned him. Did the moon cell itself call him up? This unknown servant nods and scratches his head as if he's a little embarrassed. Yep, looks like you're the one who summoned me. I'm gonna give him the protagonist voice.
Yeah, he is kind
I'm
of
like,
there.
you know, one of those rogue servants, I think. Well, don't get hung up on the small stuff. Think of it like winning the lotto. Now go ahead and give me some orders. I like my anime protag voice. Because it's literally
good.
my voice, except now he just kind of emphasizes certain words in a different and weird way.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, it looks like he's willing to fight as my servant. No complaints then. We'll fight through this battle together. Alright, here we go. Witness the awesomeness.
He is obsessed with being cool, by the way.
I can tell just by how
That's
he
his-
looks. Look at that hideous monster man in the back.
Jiderai.
Look at me and my giant collar that makes me look like I'm a poof.
Oh.
Stop going to sleep, computer.
Well, Jiderai is kind of a monster.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Master Seraph? I can hear him. There's no mistake. He's a heroic spirit. A great hero of history, mythology, or literature. Those records are collected in the Moon Cell. The Moon Cell then generates these physical manifestations of these heroes, giving them souls and sentience. On Seraph's battlefield... Hold on, is this... So, usually it's like a mythological contest. Is this literally like a computer program?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was getting, but I'm also so confused.
I can't blame you, because Fate is all over the place.
Fate,
Like, the Nasuverse in general is just confusing.
yeah, Fate makes about as much sense as, like, if you were to pick up, like, Dagon and try and read it in a day. Like, Lovecraft without, like, analysis makes very little sense, and I get the same sense from Fate. Like,
Yes,
it's just, like,
'cause-
crazy horse shit.
Same with, like, Dark Souls lore and stuff. Like, you won't get it unless you take time to think about it.
Yeah, and read everything.
Yeah.
On Seraph's battlefield, there is no greater force. They wield the weapons they held in legend, in history, in the memories of the people, and they make and they make the impossible possible. Sorry, I had a complete mental breakdown there. As a master, I know that power better than anyone else. My class is Saber, and I can God, I can't fucking read today. My class is Saber. You can tell I'm a servant, obviously. My sword and I are at your command. You probably already know how to fight, but how about a little warm-up? Alright, now call upon your regalia, your royal authority. Light 'em up, and I'll knock 'em down for you.
I still love how much he looks like the Fate Grand Order protagonist.
Run! I don't know how to play. Look at me jump. Okay, now it's telling me. Move a servant with L, press B to jump, CR to dash. Look at me actually reading the tutorial, unlike most YouTubers. Use Y for a light attack, X for a heavy attack. You can defend with L. Combos can be performed by combinations of Y and X. By pressing the attack button in a sequence such as YX or YYX, you can perform moves with different strengths and range. So it's literally...
And then there are the goals of, like, taking over things and
it's literally
defending them.
like the Warriors games, except like the button layout is different.
Yeah. I think in a lot of his attacks he's using the weapons associated with his own paladins. For instance, one of his attacks will allow him to use Astolfo's lance.
Oh, interesting. Press and hold R to open the active skill menu, then press Y, X, A, or B to use an active skill. Active skills may do more damage or have a wider range than normal attacks, but you must wait for the cooldown to finish between each use. This is definitely different from the
I like this because there's some of these skills have like crowd control where they like bind foes in place. Other ones are buffs, and you have area effects and stuff. It's pretty cool, I think.
I like it. Those guys look stronger.
Yep. Those are the guys you would have to beat normally to take over an area.
You can absorb blue mana spheres from defeated enemies. These mana spheres will be added to your drive gauge. When the drive gauge is full, press A to activate your powerful moon drive mode. And this episode's probably going to go a little longer than
that's fine.
The rest of them.
Because this is a pretty text-heavy game, despite what a lot of people would think. Because, of course, it's a Fate thing, so of course it's going to be text-heavy, considering the series roots. I do like how Charlemagne's attacks look. They're cool.
Oh yeah, the visuals in this game are really impressive. Like
even
a couple of my favorite games are and true Warriors fans are gonna diss me for this, but some of my favorite games are the Hyrule Warrior series and the Fire Emblem Warriors series because they're just legitimately good Warriors games. And this is same level.
I think Persona's getting a warrior type game as well.
What?
They announced it as the Switch game that's coming out. I think at E3.
So okay
was it E3?
With this.
It might have been It might have been a different point. But oh yeah, we all thought it was gonna be like Persona 5 on the Switch, and I was like, no, it's a Warriors game.
Moon Drive. Servants' attack and defense will greatly increase, allowing them to fight with overwhelming power. When you defeat enemies while on Moon Drive, you can collect golden mana spheres. These spheres will increase your Noble Phantasm gauge. Once the gauge is full, press ZL. Excuse me. To unleash your Noble Phantasm, your ultimate move. Oh, excuse me. Moon Drive mode will end once the drive gauge is empty.
Now,
time to kill some bitches.
One of the things, and again, I might be wrong, an actual, really into Fate, super into it, and be able to tell me if this is wrong or right. But from what I understand, a servant can only have, quote, one Noble Phantasm, but just because they have one doesn't mean that Noble Phantasm is made up of just one thing. So Gilgamesh having the Gate of Babylon as his Noble Phantasm, everything inside of it counts as a subsection of that Noble Phantasm.
Yeah.
From what I can tell of the lore of the series, because again, as much as I love it, I'm not so fully invested that I know it, forwards and backwards.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard to know forwards and backwards because, I don't know fucking anything about Fate outside of Josija.
Playing Achilles in Apocrypha.
Plays Achilles.
And that's another thing, is that a lot of people don't know where to... when people are asked, hey, where should I start in this series? Everyone has a different answer, and I think mine has gone from Fate Zero to just saying... trying to find a series that someone would like. Because you wouldn't like Fate Zero because it's super slow-paced, and it takes a while to get up to speed. I mean, you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it.
But it wasn't quite your cup of tea, so it wasn't the good place to start in the series. Apocrypha, which was a lot more fast-paced, worked a lot better for you.
Okay, Noble Phantasm. Which one's the... Okay. What's happening?
And I do believe he has a little sword thing for each of the paladins.
That's cool.
He has 12. But...
Joyous Order?
Well, Joyous is the name of the legendary sword Charlemagne supposedly wielded.
Oh, okay. So Ted is a massive history buff and mythology buff.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, I don't totally understand some of our conversations.
That's fine.
In the best way, though. Alright, so we beat the first level.
And there's Arjuna.
You want to call episode 1 here, then?
Yeah, sure.
Since we finished level 1 of whatever this game is.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I was John.
I'm Ted.
You guys had a good one.
Okay.